welcome back to this week's installment of Zola. I'm Savannah. If you haven't been here before, very nice to meet you. I hope you're enjoying my channel. This week I'm going to be bringing you guys the childhood tag. Going to confess, this is actually called the 90s tag, but I was born in the year 2000 because I'm 12, so that doesn't really apply to me. So I've renamed it the childhood tag, but it's going to be equally as awesome and I'm equally as excited as if I was a cool 90s baby, but I'm not. Anyway, so I haven't even remotely looked at these questions yet because I'm disorganized and horrendous. My favorite childhood lolly. This is also tough because I had a lot of lollies. My favorite lolly at the moment is strawberry and creams, the little the ones with the white bits on the bottom and then the red bits over the top. But I reckon growing up, my favorite lolly would have to have been the killer pythons. They've changed them now, so if you've had a killer python recently, you don't count, you're not part of this club, I'm sorry. Because they used to have killer pythons that were like double the size of the killer pythons that we have now. And they were like a good, solid, you could eat them in one go but you'd feel really sick afterwards. And they started red at the top and then they went the whole rainbow through the gummy snake colours. And they were so great because you could buy them from our old DVD store. I have a real thing for DVD stores, don't I? But you could buy them from our old DVD store for like 20 cents. And I was like, heck yes, why would you buy a whole packet of lollies for like $4 when you could just buy the same amount of lolly goodness in one giant snake and eat it all in one go for 50 cents, you know? Like, economy. So the next question is, what is my favorite musician? I got into music at quite a young age, which at the time I absolutely loved. Now it's really cringy because I'll be shuffling my phone and something like High School Musical or Hannah Montana will come up. But I reckon my favourite musician growing up... I'm going to go for a top three. My top three would have been Pink, Taylor Swift and Missy Higgins, just depending on what ages that I was. My favourite board game. So this depends how young we're talking in my childhood, because very early on, I'm talking 3, 4, 5 sort of age, I used to play Uno with my dad. Uno? I called it Uno, we're gonna go with Uno. I used to play Uno with my dad, on the daily. I would win most of the time, and I only found out 2 or 3 years ago that he let me win. Fully just my whole childhood, I thought that I was really fantastic at Uno. Turns out I suck. And there's a whole bunch of rules that we never played by. I learnt that one the hard way. And then when I grew up a little bit, I got a real obsession with the game Cluedo, the sleuthy crime kind of game. I just thought that was a really funky board game. You know, all the board games have the things on them and they're 8+, and once I hit the age of 8, I was cha-ching, let's play adult board games. And that was kind of still at the stage where my parents wanted to play with me. When I was younger, I was yeah, let's play Cluedo, and my parents were all oh, okay, we'll make the child smart and play Cluedo. I still really love Cluedo. My parents just don't want to play it with me anymore. Cry. If somebody wants to be my rent a sibling and come play board games with me, that would make me so happy, okay? Apply within. My favorite childhood clothing store. So I feel I kind of grew up in the era just before chain stores were a big thing. There wasn't any of that Cotton On Kids or kind of thing when I was really little. So I kind of relied on the stores, kid stores that were kind of in my area. And that was really cool because I got a whole bunch of super funky stuff. What else did I have? I also had a ridiculous amount of tights growing up. I would wear stockings to preschool all the time with skirts. And I had a ridiculous amount of hair clips. When I was younger, my hair was actually pretty much this length, a little bit tiny bit shorter. And I used to just get heaps of those little tiny kids clips when I went to preschool, and I was I want one here, and I want one here, and I want one here, I want one here. And I used to just go to school with no joke, rainbow spotty tights and a skirt and a t-shirt and 50,000 clips coming out of my head because, you know, fashion blogger since birth. What was I thinking? Next is, what show would you watch when you got home from school? I actually don't distinctly remember watching any definite TV shows when I got home from school. But I remember, because I was a real morning person, for most of my primary school life, I used to get up maybe half an hour, 45 minutes earlier. Just because, you know, I wasn't that into sleeping at that age. And I used to watch an episode of Phineas and Ferb They used to play it at 6:15 on Disney Channel every single morning, and I'd get up at 6:15 and I'd watch it until like 7, and then I'd get ready and go to school. And that was my daily routine for like actually years. I just really loved Phineas and Ferb, you know? Like, I just want green hair, come on. So the next question is my favourite McDonald's Happy Meal toy. This is a bit of a funny story because I have a bit of a crazy relationship with Happy Meal toys. So when I was growing up, we were like super conscious of what I was eating because yay for healthy children. And my mum found out that you could go to Macca's and buy the Happy Meal toys for like $2.50 without actually buying a Happy Meal. So we used to go to Macca's like every week and buy the toy without the meal. Just so I didn't feel like I was missing out on my childhood or anything. And I distinctly remember, it was like just when I started school because I put it on my school bag, but I got this key ring and it was like a little piglet, like from Winnie the Pooh, the little pink pig, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I put it on my school bag when I went to school and I just waltzed it around and I was like, heck yeah, I've got Piglet. I think I just really liked other small characters because everybody else was really giant and I was like 3 feet tall. Oh my gosh guys, I have vlogged the heck out of my life today and my battery is dying. So this has been my childhood tag. We are at the end of it and I really hope you've liked it. I've just been like super reminiscing and lovely. If you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe before my battery dies. Bye!